Thanks for visiting my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in my next video. Thank you and enjoy this episode. Hi everyone, it's Courtney with Courtney Tech. Welcome back, and I just wanted to say that I'm sorry it's been a little while since I posted, but I'm glad to be here and to answer some of your questions, as well as tell you how this past month has been with Modern Labor. So first things first though, I did want to let you guys know that I did an interview today with Vice Media. They have a tech outlet called Motherboard, and I did speak a little bit more about Modern Labor on there. If you want to check it out, I will post the link as soon as I get it on the next video for you to check out. Sound good? All right, so the month that I have spent with Modern Labor has been great. I remember, I had a lot of nerves at the beginning, and it was exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. Now it's still exciting, but not as nerve-wracking anymore. I would say that now I feel a lot more pressure to get things done than I did before, but I don't feel as nervous about things. I feel like I understand, even when we change things, kind of where we're going. So it's a good feeling. Yeah, so I'm happy with where I am, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here. I'm getting ready to read some of the questions and answer them for you. So let's start with Jamie. Jamie wrote on YouTube, I would love to hear more about a typical day in the program. So there's typical things, but there's no typical day, since you do set your own life cycle and schedule and things that you want to do and work schedule and stuff. But we do meet every morning at 11 o'clock around, and we all are on a conference call, and we talk about what we've accomplished the day before, or if we haven't met in a couple days on there, we'll talk about what we've accomplished in the past few days. We talk to our manager, Oliver. We give him feedback on what we liked, didn't like about the curriculum, what things need to be fixed and worked on, as well as great things that we loved about the content that we were given to use. So we give a lot of feedback so that in the future, when you guys come into the cohorts or do the program, all the little bugs will be fixed already for you guys. So that I would say that's typical to do, but otherwise my schedule can change. I might wake up, have the meeting, go to the gym, then go to the coffee shop and work all day, or I might wake up really early, work, have the meeting, take a break, and then come back and work before bed again. So there's no set schedule, but basically as long as you're pushing along, there are check boxes that you have to check off to say what you've accomplished. But there's no deadlines really. It's at your own pace. It really is at your own pace. But you do have that little pressure inside that you're like, oh, I don't want to be behind the other people. So that's definitely there, but there is no real pressure. It's just do what you can and continue moving forward. And we all seem to be at the same speed, so that's good. All right, let's move on to another question. The contract agreement. I can't really get into what's going to happen at the end yet because it's not the end, but I can tell you what I know. And yes, you do have to pay a percentage for 2 years at the end of the program if you're making over, I think, 40 or 50K. You pay a percentage, but there's a cap on that. And yeah, you could work with them or you could work elsewhere. It's up to you what you decide to do at the end of that. The more I know, later on, I'll definitely be adding more information for you guys in the videos, okay? Okay, let's move on to Brianna. She wants to know how the interview portion of the process went. So you will be having an interview with both Francis and Oliver, and what they're really looking for is for you to express some challenges you might have had in the workplace or in your life, how you overcame them. If you've done some coding, if you have, what are you proud about, and what do you want to speak about, what do you want to show them? They're going to ask you for the address so they can look it up. They want to know what your background is. For me, it's music and performing originally. Then I went to fitness, and now I'm into tech. So I talked all about it. I was completely honest. Like, look, I used to sing and dance and do all that fun stuff, and but I've been serious about my career and my future in the tech world for a couple of years already. So, you know, just be honest and be happy and proud about your experience in life, because it brings, you know, it brings something to the table, something that's different. Let's look. Here's another one from Channing. He's asking the best language to use if you are just wanting to learn to code. I'm not sure if this is in regards to the program or just in general, but in general, like I said, if you want to be a web developer or engineer, I would start with HTML and CSS3. Then after that, move on to JavaScript and ES6. There's more, but that's a good chunk to start with. I would definitely go in order, chronological, I guess, order of HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript, and then ES6, okay? And make sure you get the foundation of each one before trying to move on to something else, because later on you're gonna have to relearn it if you didn't learn it right the first time, right? Okay, and I'm trying to think. There's other messages that I've received and I haven't had a chance to go through them, but it is much easier if you do write them in the comments below, and then if I have time I will type back answers, or I will respond like I am right now, but I have to go back into my Instagram and I have to go to my email to find the other ones, so it's just a little bit easier if you could just leave a comment, just so you know, for me to read them right now. So let me think what else do I want to talk about. We are moving into, so the last 2 weeks I did ES6 and JavaScript, finished those, and now we're moving on to debugging and object-oriented programming. So let's say we're about 5 weeks, going in 5 weeks in, so we're moving pretty quickly. And I will say that it has felt challenging at times to make sure I'm grasping everything before I move on to the next thing. So I look forward to that. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about what it's like to switch careers and to go into coding and how I felt about that. And you can see if it's meant for you. And like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to either type back an answer or answer them in the next video. All right? I hope you guys are having a great week. And like I said, look out for that link for the article in Motherboard soon. And I'll talk to you soon.